Hello students, welcome to the new class of utilization of electric power. This is a new class on illumination engineering. We have completed laws of illumination. We have completed definition, brief description of illumination. And this is a class on numericals on illumination. From exam point of view, this is very important because in your exam, almost 20 marks count from covering this part. One 5 marks question and one total 15 marks question will come from numericals of illumination. So this particular part, this particular video is very important for your semester point of view. Now, what are the numericals based on? These numericals are based on the laws of illumination. So, before you go through this particular video, go thoroughly through the laws of illumination because you have to understand the two different laws, cosine law and Lambert cosine law, to understand this numerical problem. Okay, so first I will suggest you that go through the video of laws of illumination and then go through this particular video. Here you can have different kinds of problem, different kinds of numericals that may come in your exam. So let us start. First is a 250 volt lamp has a total flux of 3000 lumens and takes a current of 0.8 ampere. Calculate lumen per watt and MSCP per watt. So what is MSCP? It means spherical candle power. Okay. Its unit is candle power. So lumen per watt. Lumen, total lumen here is 3000 and per watt, what is the wattage? Wattage is voltage into current. So here voltage is 250 volt and current is 0.8 ampere. So lumen per watt, it will be 3000 divided by 250 into 0.8. So it is 15. Now for MSCP, means spherical candle power, the formula of MSCP is total lumen divided by 4 pi. If it was MHCP, mean hemispherical candle power, then it would be total lumen divided by 2 pi. Spherical candle power, it covers the total spherical intensity of a lamp. So MSCP will be total lumen divided by 4 pi, and MSCP per watt it will be, so for to find out first MSCP, it will be F by 4 pi. Here F is 3000 and 4 pi, so 240. Now per watt divided by the per wattage 200 and you can get MSCP per watt. So here the new thing you have learned is MSCP, which is mean spherical candle power, and its formula is total lumen divided by 4 pi. Next, a filament lamp of 500 watt is suspended at a height of 5 meters above working plane and gives uniform illumination over an area of 8 meter diameter. Assume efficiency of reflector at 60%. Determine the illumination on the working plane. Efficiency of lamp is 0.9 watt per candle power. So here candle power of lamp, it is 500 watt divided by 0.9. So it will be 555.6 candle power. Now luminous output of lamp. Here candle power is given and you know the MSCP formula, which is total lumen divided by 4 pi. So you know the candle power and you know if it's multiplied by 4 pi, then the total lumen you can have. So total lumen will be 4 pi into candle power. Now flux emitted by the reflector will be efficiency of reflector into total luminous output of the lamp. So efficiency of reflector is 60%, so 0.6 into 4 pi into total candle power. Actually 0.6 into total luminous output. Here area of working plane is given as 8 meter diameter, so area will be pi by 4 d squared. So it's 16 pi meter square. So illumination on the working plane, it will be total flux emitted divided by the area. Illumination is always total flux by area, so it will be 1333.35 divided by 16 pi, and the unit of illumination will be lumen per meter square. Next, a lamp of 500 watt having MSCP of 1000 is suspended 2.7 meter above the working plane. Calculate illumination directly below the working plane, lamp efficiency, and number 3, illumination at a point 2.5 meter away on the horizontal plane from vertically below the lamp. So here, this is a problem which covers directly the laws of illumination. Here you have to provide Lambert's cosine law. Here you have to provide the Booth's law, and you have to calculate the illumination. So illumination directly below the working plane. For illumination directly below the working plane, here you can consider this figure, this triangle where this lamp is being suspended, and it is being told that it is suspended 2.7 meter above the working plane. So this height is being given as 2.7 meter. Now illumination directly below. So it will be I by H square. What is I? I is the luminous intensity which is given. So just put the value of I and H. You can find the luminous illumination directly below the lamp. Sorry. Next, lamp efficiency. What will be lamp efficiency? It will be luminous flux. The amount of output by input, we know efficiency is output by input. What is output? Output is luminous flux. And what is input? Input is the power input. Here, since the figure is not clear, so I have given the figure over here. Okay. Now, luminous flux. Luminous flux is the total lumen, and total lumen is again candle power into 4 pi. So candle power, it is 1000 and 4 pi. So total luminous flux you can have, and power input, wattage of lamp. Wattage of lamp, it's mentioned over there that it is 500 watt. So lamp efficiency will be 4 pi into MSCP divided by 500. So this is your lamp efficiency. And last but very important, illumination at a point 2.5 meter away on the horizontal plane. So this is your 2.7 meter mentioned over there, and this is 2.5 meter. And here at the point B, you have to calculate illumination, right? Now the distance from lamp to the point is this one, and this is a right angle. So from a right angle triangle, find the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse will be root over of 2.77 square plus 2.5 square, and the value of theta, this will be cos theta, right? So value of cos theta will be 2.7 divided by this hypotenuse. So putting all these value, you can calculate the illumination at this point. So first you have to find this distance, and then I by h square into cos cube theta. So h square will be your hypotenuse, and cos theta you can find here from this right angle triangle. Problem 4. The illumination at a point on working plane directly below the lamp is to be 1000 lumen per meter square. The lamp gives 256 candle power uniformly below the horizontal plane. Determine the height at which the lamp is suspended. So here the solution will be luminous intensity of the lamp. It is mentioned that it is 256 candle power. Now illumination at a point on working plane directly below the lamp, it is 100 lumen per meter square. It is mentioned over there. So let the height, it is not mentioned over there. We have to calculate the height. So let the height be 8 meter. So we are considering this height as 8 meter. So we know what E equals to I by H square, since directly below the lamp illumination is given as 100. So 100 equal to I by H square. Now I is 256. So from there we can find 8. Now illumination on the working plane 1.2 meter away of the lamp. So what will be the illumination on the working plane, which is 1.2 meter away? So we can find height directly. So it is 1.6 meter, and illumination at on a working plane 1.2 meter away. So this is 1.2 and this is 1.6, and this is a right angle triangle. So first thing we have to do for find out is hypotenuse. So this hypotenuse will be 2 meters, and after that you can find this theta, cos theta. Cos theta will be base by hypotenuse, so 1.6 by 2. So put all these value, I by h square into cos cube theta, put all the values and you can find the illumination. Next problem. A small light source with intensity uniform in all directions is mounted at a height of 10 meters above a horizontal surface. 2 points A and B both lie on the surface with point A directly beneath the source. How far is B from point A if the illumination at point B is only 1 by 10 great as at point A? This particular problem comes almost with alternative year. So give a star mark to this problem, and you have to understand this problem very clearly. So again I'm reading the problem. A small light source with intensity uniform in all directions is mounted at a height of 10 meters. So height is being given. 2 points A and B both lie on the surface. Now they are asking how far B is from point A, so that the illumination at B is only 1 by 10 as great as at point A. So this is our figure. This is point A, which is directly below the lamp, and this is point B. We don't know this distance. We just know that illumination at here will be 10 times the illumination at point B, right? So illumination of, just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. So here, illumination, this is your assignment. Illumination at point A is considered 1 by 10 times of illumination of point B. So point B, the illumination at point B is 1 by 10 times. So first, we just know the height. We know the height, which is 10 meter. So let the illumination at point A will be X, and that at point B will be X by 10. So you have two illumination. So from that, go through this problem, measure the illumination at both, and let the distance be x. So we are having a right angle triangle whose height is 10 and whose base is x meter. So from there we can have a hypotenuse, right? And we can have the value of theta in terms of x. And there you apply the relation, the illumination at point A and illumination at point B, they are related as 1 by 10 times. So from there you can have the distance between A and B. So thank you students for seeing this video, but this video is very important in terms of your exam, as this kind of questions may come in your exam. So before I again tell you, before you go through this video, you have to study laws of illumination, you have to study formulas of illumination. So first go through the initial videos of illumination, and then you can solve this type of problem. And the last one, the last problem, problem number 5, is given as your assignment. So if you feel any difficulties, if you face any difficulties during solve these kinds of problem, you can consult me, you can comment, give your doubts in the comment section, and I will definitely solve that. And for more problems, you can consider the reference book as Jevika Utilization of Electric Power, GC Garg or Rajput. So thank you once again for seeing the video.